Hey everybody, here it's me, Deanna of 5dpath.fun. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to talk today about a very important, auspicious event that's happening this week for about 5 days, April 19th through 25th. And I wanted to help you understand why this is so important for you, for humanity, for what we're doing. If you're on a soul mission, if you're consider yourself a star seed and you really want to be doing the work you came to do, I'm hoping that this video will assist you. And I'm going to share my screen so we can look at the conjunction in the sky that's happening just in a few days from now. Give me a second. It is Mercury retrograde while I am recording this. And so oftentimes that's a little bit of an interesting glitch. Okay, so we are looking at the chart for the very first day that this is beginning. It's kind of coming up closer to actual aspect, probably the 17th or so, but I chose this day because we're going to be looking here at the left of the chart, and I hope you can see my cursor. This is Jupiter, the little 4, and this is Uranus, the thing that looks like a satellite dish with a circle under it. And see how they're both at 21 degrees, 2128 and 2145. So they're not quite exact, but they are super, super close, just 20 seconds apart. And here we have the sun. This circular disk is the sun, and the sun is at 29 degrees of Aries, and a 29 degree of any sign is considered very potent, very powerful. And for me, that has some meaning because we just had our eclipse in Aries. We've got Chiron in Aries and Mercury's retrograde in Aries. And so for me, it's about bringing in that sun, the sun of how we shine in the world and who we are as an individual and the purpose that we're bringing to the planet right now. So I was wanting to do for myself a little ceremony or something really special, honoring the time when the sun is still in Aries, in that anorectal degree, most powerful degree. And so this is the 19th. So part of what I wanted to mention here is in this conjunction of Jupiter-Uranus, we have this blue line support going over here to Mars in Pisces, which is also at 21 degrees. So that's a beneficial assistance. Mars is helping us do something. Now, Mars in Pisces is not a super go-get-'em kind of Mars. It's more of a spiritual Mars, of a soft yin Mars, which is a bit of a contradiction for Mars, but I believe that to me is the divine masculine, the true divine masculine who is supporting this trajectory of the Jupiter, Uranus, and Taurus. And Mars rules the body, right? It also rules our head, which would envelop both the crown chakra, the sixth chakra, and Taurus rules the throat, which would be the fifth chakra. So I'm just kind of bringing in those three energies are having this conversation, pretty exact conversation, right? There's no mistake why Mars happened to be at that degree during this other conjunction. The cosmos just lines up these amazing blessings for us. And so we do have a lot of support here. We're really being asked to open up our throat and connect it completely to those two higher chakras. And Saturn in Pisces during this time, which both Mars and Saturn were here just a week ago and we had our solar eclipse. They're helping us have this discipline that we need in our spiritual practices to move forward. Like, do we know about all the spiritual practices, but we don't actually do them all the time, right? And then we're like, how come stuff's not working? So it's really about taking more action towards doing those tools and those steps that you already have, that you've learned about it, right? You're a starseed, you know these things, you're intuitive. You've already learned those things. And we're being asked to really step it up into a bigger fashion. Jupiter makes everything it touches bigger, and Uranus rules the fifth dimensional realm. It rules vibration, it rules frequency, it rules new inventions and new thoughts. And thank goodness for that, because we need a lot of that coming in. And I also wanted to show you this interesting, when this aspect is starting, we're actually having a trine, which is also beneficial to Black Moon Lilith here in Virgo. So Taurus is an earth sign, Virgo is an earth sign. And the moon, when this starts, is in Virgo. Again, it's harmony. It's about earth. It's about what are we doing for new earth. And Uranus is about our unique special gifts and what we're bringing to the collective, to support collective, but it's also about supporting Mother Earth. How are we riding along with the wave of this ascension of Mother Earth? Are we going peacefully, or are we screaming and fighting the whole way? But having Lilith and the moon in Virgo basically speaks to me that there's all of this celestial support in the earth energy, in that divine feminine energy, about getting in touch with not only grounding, but nature, with natural medicines, right? That's the Virgo energy. And this Black Moon Lilith can sometimes speak to a wound that we had where we were not allowed to be our full selves. And we weren't accepted in society for being different. And so because this is harmonious, it's sort of like a get out of jail card, or the free pass to the ride at the event that you really wanted to go on. It means we're kind of done with that. We're offering this complete support to heal that wound and give ourselves the total freedom that we need to be our authentic selves and to believe in ourselves rather than seeking that acceptance from outside of us. Virgo is a very feminine sign. She rules the harvest. She rules sowing, sowing seeds, the gardening, so forth. And Taurus rules our resources. So this is sort of this money area, and this is sort of this health area, down to basics. What do we do every day? How are we in service to other people? What steps are we taking? Again, we're talking about steps, and we go back to Saturn here with the steps. So there's a lot of celestial support. I'm just checking something else out. We're going to look at a different chart. So this will be the chart that's happening just 3 days later on the 22nd. And I picked the 22nd because it's a master number, and it actually is a little bit more poignant to me, my chart, but I just wanted to talk about it. We're still going to have Mercury. These green ones on the outside now are going to be where the planets have moved since the 19th. So we still have Jupiter and Uranus conjunct, and they're at about 22 degrees on this day, or slightly at the very end of 21 degrees. And the sun now has moved into Taurus, and the sun being in Taurus is like shining the spotlight onto this conjunction, giving it validity and when someone's on stage, everybody's looking at them. So the sun is shining the spotlight on the Jupiter Uranus of who we are in our identity. The sun rules Leo, right? So it's ruling the heart space. It's bringing heart energy into this conjunction. It's bringing our purpose that's moving forward from this conjunction is coming from the heart. And that's where we need to be. We need to be living from our heart and letting our heart lead rather than from the mind. We're really moving into a whole new expression of who we are as humans. And that is the Aquarian age, ultimately. Uranus also rules the Aquarian age. And I also wanted to mention that now, 3 days later, the moon has moved into Libra. Now, remember back at the eclipse, the reason we had the eclipse is because the lunar nodes are in Libra and Aries. So now the moon is going to be conjunct the south node in Libra. And again, there's no mistakes about how the moon was lined up with this conjunction. So the moon again in Libra is just really asking us to look at the shadow parts of us, of how we've codependently or unhealthily shown up in relationship or allowed relationships to show up for us that is not truly in the alignment with our highest good, with our highest soul relationships. And so it's a little bit sensitive and touchy-feely in the Libra area, but do know that it's all for the good. So if you happen to experience something kind of out of the blue, which is Uranus is known for just like kabam, stuff comes out of the blue and happens to you, it's because the universe wants to change something. It wants to take something away so that something new can grow. So if something happens for you and you're a little bit, that didn't feel right, just know it wasn't really serving you. Just know that you're on the right path. It'll make itself more clear here in the next few weeks, and try to look at it as a divine blessing, right? Because sometimes we don't have the courage, Aries is courage. We don't have the courage to end something. Sometimes we just want it to end, the other person to end it. It's always so much easier when they do it. So do know that if something comes to an end, I'm not talking that has to be just relationships. It can be contracts. It can be, an employee, a co-worker, it can be a business partner, it can be any kind of relationship, even friends, maybe you're letting go of some unhealthy friend relationships so that you can move more into your authentic self. I'm super excited about everything that's happening. And also we're being blessed with still Neptune in Pisces, which is very strong. We are moving into this place of really stepping into a higher level of our own spirituality, of our consciousness, of our spirituality, of who we and what we are as a spirit being having a human experience. So again, I think that's all I'm going to share. And I'm leaving some links below. You can actually look up your own chart. I have a video that tells you how to do it on astro.com, because you're going to want to know where your Taurus is in your own natal chart. That's going to be the area in your life that's being impacted. So for example, mine's in the 9th house, which is ruled by Jupiter. So it's all about this expansion, this adventure, this learning, this teaching, this publishing, which is what I'm all about, right? But maybe it's happening for you in a house that rules your home, or maybe it's happening for you in the house that does rule your relationships, or maybe it's in the house for you that rules your career. So it can show up differently in different people's charts. It's so important to know a little bit about your own chart. I definitely am here to support you on your soul mission. That's my passion, is to help people get on their soul mission, and to talk to those of you who are more of a starseed versus just your average, I'm interested in all of this mystical stuff. Like, I can go deep. I can really go deep, and I love doing that. And I'm gifted and talented in that way too. And it shows up in my chart, which is so beautiful. I love that about astrology charts. So I'll leave all the information below so that you can get your chart. So if you want to book a reading with me, that would be fabulous. And please like and subscribe. That totally helps my YouTube channel grow bigger. So people will see me in the algorithm, and then you'll get to know these next videos. As soon as I post them, you'll see them in your feed if you subscribe, right? That's the benefit. And it's a win-win, and it's all about supporting people right now, and supporting ourselves, right? I'm here to support you. I'm just asking for reciprocity. And let's move forward, gang. We got it. We're doing this. We're already succeeding, and I'm super glad. Take care. Have a great day.